opportunities as they need to do in the run-up to Rio.
Yes, not long now. The countdown clock is well and truly on for Rio. Both these sides will be featuring in August later this year, but now we're down to business in the Women's Sevens World Series. Such quality across the tournament. 12 teams going at it across the 5 stops of the series. World-class rugby. What you'd expect from these talented women. Rose Labreche is our referee for this one out of Canada, and Canada will host the penultimate leg of the series up in Langford. Looking forward to that. Next stop after this, it is Atlanta. But right now we're in Sao Paulo, and it is England v France, Pool C. The final game of the day for both these sides as Fisher manages to scramble the kickoff back. And here is this promising debutant, Brown.
Back.
Going back for that one is the lady at the other end of the spectrum, Joanne Watmore, so experienced. She needs some support there. Well tackled, and tapping and going quickly is Troncy. And France have got some wonderful numbers to work with out to the right. Here's Guerin going in and away, but wrapped up by McKenna. Good tackle. They peel off and go short side. No way around there. Not with McKenna. Repeat shots from McKenna. And now England come on quickly. Brown goes to Watmore. Both rangy runners. And here comes the ball of Muscle Fisher. Takes the hit. Gets the pass away to Wilson Hardy. Fisher already serving up some delights on the sizzle reel earlier today. Watmore. Strong shot down low from Mayans.
Offside.
Frenetic pace, 1:10. No one's had a chance to catch their breath yet after the opening exchanges. And now we do, and bring in Sue Day to give us her thoughts on those opening moments.
Breathless start, wasn't it? Claire Allen and Sarah McKenna did very, very well for England defending in the far corner. France had a 5-on-2 pretty much. Probably should have converted that. But all in England's defensive half, so France putting a huge amount of pressure on England.
Switching is Richardson, the captain, and just coming in off the line there. It's Wilson Hardy.
Not held.
Fisher blows past one, now stands in the tackle and buys some time, but the work there from Lepesque is good. She's over the top in like a flash. Lepesque, and now taps and goes. Is this going to be the Lepesque show to get it started? McKenna! Oh, McKenna's shoulders are working overtime early on between England and France.
Yeah, McKenna keeps finding herself in those open spaces on the outside. Jade Lepesque, it looked like she was going to be in, but McKenna just about gets there. The reason there's that foot in touch, the reason France are putting so much pressure on England is because they're getting into the breakdown quicker, stealing the ball.
Sharp work at the front from Brown. Back it goes. The captain is going to kick for Watmore, who's got a good head of steam up here. Getting back is Guerin for France, and it sits up nicely for Guerin, and now she'll try and get around Watmore, who'll shepherd her back in field. Still going here is Guerin. Breakdown work is sharp from France, and that's going to enable them now to utilise the flying Troncy. Oh, she got around Fisher and plants it down. Quality finish from Troncy.
Really well worked from France. England giving the ball away at the break, or rather France stealing the ball well at the breakdown. So it's France that have had all of the pressure there. Final pass comes in, and Troncy just shrugs off that tackle. Heather Fisher powering across the pitch, so hard to stop, and Troncy shrugs off the tackle. First blood, France.
Will be Iza hoping to
Need to go.
bring it round. She's hit that well. Oh, if you don't mind, from wide out. That is a sweet hit from the boot of Jean Francis, and it is 7-0 to France after 4 minutes of play.
Shannon is such an important player coming back for France from injury. She's been brilliant running today, but kicking as well, adding the extra 2 points, so important.
Fisher stands and delivers to Watmore, who looks to use those long limbs of hers to clear the contact zone. Can't do so. France are meeting them at every turn here. Reading that beautifully was McKenna again. And the quick ball makes Hunt need to scoot and shut down another threat. And Fisher this time makes a great tackle, scragging her opposite, Ladanu, who's so dangerous. Well, Heather Fisher stung by that earlier mistake. No way you're getting past her a second time round.
No, France brilliant in the breakdown though. England are getting stopped at the tackle, not beyond it, so it's helping the tackler just be able to get straight in there, or the next supporting player, and England aren't getting numbers there quick enough at the moment. It's France's breakdown where it's the difference between the two teams.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Scrappy. Back it goes. Little dummy there from Richardson.
Ruck.
That's better work from Fisher, making the clean out stick at the breakdown. But here they come again, France. Look at them. They're just like leeches on the ball. That time it's Lepesque again.
Not releasing. No.
I don't think I've ever seen a player sin bin in possession of the ball. Off the field comes Brown.
Play.
And France have got the extra woman on the park, and they're going to make it count straight away. Popping it down is Fanny Morta. It has been all France in the first half.
All France, and as we keep saying, it's that breakdown that's killing England. France, in the end, that lovely little offload to the captain, Fanny Horter, but England just making it too hard for themselves. They're stopping at contact. You've got to drive through the contact, give the next player in a chance to get over it. France just brilliant in that breakdown area at the moment, and I think Abigail Brown really took one for the team. The holding on referee, I think, just said too many penalties.
And the conversion is way to the right, so 12-0 remains. Just to clarify, so Abigail Brown was sin bin for repeated penalties, but she's in possession of the ball.
She was holding on, so I think a penalty given away by England. I'm assuming the referee's thinking, right, that's 3, 4, 5 penalties given away at the breakdown. Team yellow card.
I'll have a chat to Paddy O'Brien, the referee's boss, about that one, just to get a better understanding.
Clear release there. Tackle assist.
Tap and go. Hunt. The try here, well, that's a good line from the tackling machine, McKenna. Would make things interesting because England have been forced to absorb so much from this French team, who've been impressive. That's good, though, from England. Is Fisher. Fisher's in there lurking and loves to fend. He's so effective up top. That's great work from Richardson. Watmore digs it out. And again, Fisher does well.
No. Over here.
Very precise
Have your yellow card returned?
instructions about the placement of the penalty from the referee. England back to full complement at least.
Seemed a quick 2 minutes. Was gone in a flash. Brown back on the field. Looking to make amends for Richardson. Fisher, it slips out the back, and peeling away with it for France is Guerin. France happy just to take their medicine up by 12 before the break. No, they're going to take it for a spin down the far touchline.
Play.
And it might come to hurt them as Richardson is the one who'll come away with it. Lovely passing from the English. Watmore gets there. That is a key try to England just before the break, and who else but Joanne Watmore?
Exactly what England needed before the break. 40 tries for her now, but it was a beautiful team try. Joanne Watmore finished it very, very well. Izard chasing behind, but it was Richardson and Mo Hunt with good hands getting the ball there in the first place.
About 10.
Just wonder what French coach David Cortix is thinking. Up by 12. Conversion attempt is away. Now only up by 7. It is 12 points to 5 in favour of France over England at half time. Just wondering if they might have been better off just tapping it away in the touch. Trying to work it out of your own 22. Third game on day one. Up by 12 against the team that you've only ever beaten once before on the series.
Yeah, you've got to admire the spirit, haven't you, trying to keep the ball alive, but you're right, going in 12-0 up at half-time psychologically would have made a huge difference. Now the French players just a slight niggle of doubt. Oh, we rarely beat England in games like this. Have we just let them back in it? And England just go into the half-time break with a little glimmer of confidence.
I know when we look at our head-to-head stats, they're only around the HSBC Women's 7 Series, but it's hard to imagine that is the case, that France have only beaten England once.
Yeah, the head-to-head looked surprising, didn't it? Because games between the two teams are always close. It's just that England have generally scraped them in the past. No, well, actually not. Look, 110 points to 24. You remember lots of close games between these two teams, but there must have been some big scores in there. France have, of course, though, beaten England in warm-up tournaments or in non-World Series tournaments in between there. So, talking to one of the England girls earlier and saying, yeah, everybody talks about this huge differential, but actually, you know, there's times when France have beaten England.
Now, a number of the injured England women are watching on back in the UK. Likes of Rachel Burford, Danielle Waterman. A couple others in the mix as well. Got the peepers glued to the World Rugby stream. Meanwhile, back in the South Americas, a bit of samba going on up in the stands here at the Arena Bureri. Love to know where you're watching on from, wherever it is around the world. Just use the hashtag Sao Paulo 7s, or one word. Throw a little photo up there on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. There it is, Sao Paulo 7s. That's all you need. Lovely to know where you're catching it from. Watmore, the try scorer, makes the tackle. France looking to take play back into the English half. They dominated field position. That's a great pass from Mayans. Marjorie Mayans has been one of the best in the tournament on day one, and that'll help win her team a penalty. And France will steady and kick to touch.
That one felt like England competing far better at the breakdown. Tight call for France to win the penalty, but at least England really having a go at the breakdown, which they weren't doing in the first half.
Here she goes. Once more. Marjorie Mayans. Oh, and that's been knocked forward from Izard.
Izard disgusted with herself. She's had such a good tournament so far. Really has stood out with her strong running, but so disappointed with herself there. Really good attacking opportunity.
What number? White number 4. Let's go, guys.
Couple of changes being made here. Some fresh legs.
Okay, time in.
Late on Saturday, day one action. Hutchinson. Oh, that somehow falls into the hands of McKenna. Timing was just a little out there. And now France swarm, and over the top there is Lepesque, who's been over everything England have taken into contact, and more often than not, she's forced a penalty or just stolen it clean. Here come France. That is a super pass. This is going to be a beautiful try for France. Oh, that is skill level right out of the top drawer.
Yeah, great work from France, moving the ball into the open spaces. At the moment, they've just got no answer for France at the breakdown. We don't come back to the breakdown there, but Izar manages to pop the ball out of contact, and that's the pass there. Marjorie Mayan managing to get the ball away for Lina Guerin to score. England really need to talk to the referee. If you're getting this many penalties against you, you have to go to the referee and understand what's wrong. You can't just let it carry on happening.
First points of the second half go to Le French. It's 17-5.
Back off, White.
Okay, now here's a chance, a shot for England to get themselves back into this one. That was a wonderful run from Fleetwood, and that's going to enable England to go in under the posts via Sarah McKenna. She saved about 3 tries with the defence, and now she dots one down. Goes against her name, and she will add the additional 2 as well. She's moving and shaking in Brazil.
In front of the post, but a really important kick for England, this one. Yeah, all the good work's done before this. McKenna on the outside, but it was a break from Marley Packer. They've used her sparingly. Big ball carrier, but made the break. They managed to get the offload, which finally made its way to Sarah McKenna. So game on here.
Get a hand on that, tap it forward, do anything to try and stop France being handed this golden chance to launch an attack of their own.
That's just what England didn't need. You can't afford to make those mistakes. 2 minutes to go in a game like this.
Mayans. On the switch there is Thomas. Going quick is Lepesque. Offloading beautifully as well. Biscarat, big tackle from Watmore. Then ups and goes again. That is superb work. That should be a penalty. No? Yes. We get one right. Gee, that's great work from Joanne Watmore. Has she breathed life into her team's chances here against France? Brennan. Crashing at midfield is McLean.
Turnover's good.
Somehow France just do it again though. Packing a scrum there. No, it's going to be a penalty.
Release their waist.
Interesting.
No, Mark's over here.
Normally when a player's tackled back in or a ruck situation, you just blow the whistle immediately and it becomes a scrum.
I think England have given away so many penalties early in the game now that the conclusion is that it's England each time in these breakdowns. They're just killing themselves by taking the contact. England are not doing well at the breakdown. They're not getting the calls at the breakdown, and so they need to keep it out of the contact area. What they're actually doing is running it straight back in every time. So whether or not they agree with the referee's calls, the fact is they need to control the situation. They're not doing that.
10 seconds to run. Watmore will come down with it. So still hope for the English here in Brazil, their third and final game on day one. Lepesque over the top again, though. On this occasion, she concedes a penalty.
But again, England running it back in when they're spaced that wide and they're not winning the breakdown. Play with your head as well as your feet.
Want more in those pink boots, and slipping out of the tackle was McLean, and then the pass has gone forward, and that will be it for just the second time on the circuit. France have defeated England 17 points to 12. It's an upset here in Pool C.